afternoon and welcome back to my channel, my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be making Ankara clutch purse. So this Ankara clutch purse is going to, I've already drafted out. I have my own particular pattern here that I use. So in this live stream, I'm going to be explaining how I got this pattern drafted. So this is how the pattern looks. Okay, so this is what we're going to be using, and this measures about 12 inches. This measures about 11 inches by 8.5 inches. By 8.5 inches. Okay guys, so this is what we're going to be using for the main body, the main template. And the flap, this is the flap. This is the flap. This flap, I'm going to explain how I got this flap drafted. So the flap measures, I'm going to be using this one as a flap. It measures 6.5 inches. 6.5 inches for the, this is the length of the flap, and this other part, which is the width, measures 8.5 inches. So to get the flap to be like this way it is, what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure out on this flap. You simply just measure 3 inches from the bottom. 3 inches from the bottom. So you're going to measure 3 inches from the bottom. So you measure 3 inches from this side of the flap, and the template we are using for the flap. You do the same thing on this other side too. So I'm going to fold this. I'm going to fold this into two. I'm going to fold this into two. Into two like this. So you see what I've done. You can measure out if you want. You can measure out to get the middle of it. You can measure. I think the total length of this is 6.5. Oh my god. So I just ran out of, I'm running out of memory space now. So the total length of this is going to be 6.5. So you fold it to get the half point. So this is the middle point. This is the middle point. So I'm just going to take my ruler and kind of cut. I'll connect this point to this point here, which is the middle point. So you connect it. So I'm still going to connect. I'm connect this side to the middle. So once you've done it, this eye is going to look. So I'm just going to cut on the part that I've traced out. Just learning how to get the flap done. This is the flap of the clutch purse. So you cut on the line, guys. So this is our flap. So I've already explained how I got the main body. So the flap is going to come like this. Okay. This is how the flap is going to come. So guys, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be drafting out. I'm going to be cutting stabilizer. The material we're going to use for the stabilizer, in this case I'm going to be using this thick leather. Remember guys, I like using leathers for stabilizer. I like using leather So this is what I'm using for the stabilizer. I'm not using Marco, neither am I using carry board. So this is how it is. For some of you asking how it look like, this is how it is, and this is the wrong side of it, this is the front. So this one I'm going to be using, and this is the Ankara material I'm using. Okay, and I'm also using suede, a black suede for the lining. I'm using this black suede for the lining. I like using suede to line my bags because of the soft feeling and how it turns out, how it is. So I'm just simply going to take this leather that I'm using for stabilizer. I'm going to put it like this. I'm going to be using the wrong side to draft out. I'm going to be using the wrong side. So what I'm going to do, on here, I'll take the template for the main body. I'm going to place it on the wrong side of the leather I'm using. I'll get the measurements done. Sorry for the noise. Vehicle and bikes, moving bikes and vehicle everywhere. So I'm quickly just drafting out. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to cut out this now. So this is what we are using for, we are making a clutch purse, making a Ankara clutch purse. This actually is going to make it very hard. Going to make it hard. Remember, I'm using the leather as a stabilizer to make it hard. The back side of it, the wrong side. So I use this for most of my bags. So I'm just cutting on the line, on this line that I've marked with a pen. Just cut on it. So this how it's going to be. Okay, this is how it's going to come. All right, let's cut out the flap now. Trying to cut out the flap. Almost running out of. Trying to manage the one I have. So if you notice the line is not straight, you can just use your ruler to kind of straighten it. So we are trying to measure out the flap. I'm cutting out the flap using this leather as a stabilizer. Take note. it, and this is the main body of the clutch. So it's going to come like this. Going to come like this. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to wrap our Ankara, this beautiful Ankara print on it. So first of all, we're going to apply gum for the Ankara to stick. We need the Ankara to stick on it. So I'll apply gum on this side, which is the right side of the material we are using for stabilizer. I'm simply applying gum on it. So once you've applied your gum, guys, allow it to dry, as I usually say, 5 to 10 minutes. That will enable the Ankara to stick fine or well on this stabilizer, or this one we are using to add in the purse, and it also will prevent the Ankara from getting stained. So always allow your gum to dry whenever you've applied it before putting your fabric on top of it. Please, if you have any questions to ask, let me indicate or let me know in the comment section. If you have any question, please let me know. Any challenging question when it has to do with bag making, let me know. So you just apply your gum. So this is it. I'm going to allow it to dry for some time before I lay my fabric on it. So I'm going to keep it aside. Then I will do this one. This for the flap. I'm also going to allow this one to dry for some time. Then I'll break this one up. This one must have dried. The gum here must have dried. So let me cover my gum. And this is the Ankara print I'm using. Okay. And this is the right side of the Ankara print. So this right side is going to be facing down. I'll take this part that is gum, this gummed part. I'm going to lay it on the Ankara print. Hope you are seeing it, guys. So I'm going to lay it on the Ankara bit, and then I'll cut out, leaving like half inch as excess fabric. Where we are wrapping it to, I'm going to be wrapping it inside. Then I have to smoothen this one out. I'll pull it to remove the wrinkles. Okay, So next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it like this and apply gum on the edges. I'm going to be wrapping this excess onto the edges. So I'll take my brush. Remember, I'm using leather. I've showed it initially what I'm using to add in or make the bag. I want it to be a bit hard. I don't want it to be soft. So I usually use leather. And one good thing, it can always sew through this kind of machine. This is the machine I'm using. This is the machine I use for my bags and other Ankara stuff that I make. So I'm just simply applying gum on the edges. Apply gum. You're also going to allow it to dry. So I'm going to keep it aside. Then I'm going to lay my Ankara print on the flap. Here is the flap. So wrong side on the machine and the right side is on top of the machine while the wrong side is facing up. So I'll lay it like this and smoothing it, and I'm going to cut, leaving excess Ankara, or we're going to be wrapping onto this adder, like this stuff that we are using to make the clutch ad. I usually call it a stabilizer, or it stabilizes the work. Because some of you have asked what's the meaning of stabilizer. It's just anything to make your bag harden or sturdy, just to make it solid, hard. Okay, so I'm trimming. This is too much. Simply trimming off some Ankara threads. I'll turn, smoothing it to get rid of the wrinkles. I also iron the Ankara print before using it to make the work easier for you. So I'm going to apply some gum on this now. So this one that we apply gum, let's finish with this one, the main panel first. Okay, let's finish with the main panel first. I'm just going to fold inside like this. So it's not gummy when just practically apply more gum to make it gum well. So I'll trim off this excess here. I'm applying gum. So this side is going to not like this. Okay, so let's do the flap now. So I've applied gum aside to let it dry for some time. Then I'll bring this one up, the main panel. We are going to be cutting out the lining for this. Okay, so I'm going to take the lining. I'm using suede. So I'm just, to get the lining, I'll just use this one to measure out the lining. So just measure using this one as a template. It's wrapped my pen. Sometimes when cutting out lining like this, you can cut the line to the excess, so you can still trim off after you finished everything. Better for it to be excess than when it's smaller. When it's excess, you can always trim off. When it's smaller, you've got no solution. You have to start from the very beginning. So I'm just going to cut this out. Very simple project. Cut out. I'm just going to cut this one out. I'm cutting. This is the lining. I'm cutting on the line. I'm sorry. So now take this. I'm going to take the main panel, and this is the lining. I'm going to ensure that then I will lay this lining on top of the main panel. But before then, guys, we are going to apply gum on the wrong side of it. I'll take the lining and place it like this. Okay, I'll use my hand to just smoothen it so it can stick. It's coming up. I see it's coming up. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to top stitch on one edge of it. I'm going to top stitch on one edge of it. Not fit the magnetic snap. We are going to be fixing magnetic snap. I'm not using zipper for this clutch purse. So this one I'm calling magnetic snap. We have in both the female and the male magnetic snap here. So we leave one part of it opened, then we'll top stitch on one edge and leave the side opened. Okay, so I'll top stitch using this particular margin. Let's do that now. I should fix this margin today. Okay guys, trying to put thread into the margin. So let's top stitch now. Trying to ensure that I align them well. Back stitch. So my machine just got stuck. The thread. I don't know what's wrong with this machine. No, just getting stuck. When I get to the edge, I'll back stitch. So the next thing I'm going to is, you can see it's coming up. You can see how fine it is. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to complete this one. This is a flap. I'll be watching her and see what she's doing, please. I'll just wrap this on top of this. The gum is not enough. I'm trying to apply more gum. So this is a flap I'm doing, making a flap. I'm just making this tutorial so quick. I don't actually want it to bore you. So you just have to just watch what I'm doing. I'm sure by watching you'll be able to understand this process. It's a very, very quick project to make. This is when it's going to come like this. Okay. It's going to be coming like this. That's it. That's how it's going to come. So I want to fix lining to this first. So guys, I'm having you know what guys, it's actually not easy doing a live stream. Anyway, I'm having I'm having some responses on my phone that my memory card is running out. So let's make this one a part 1 of this particular tutorial, and let me go and rectify whatever challenges I'm encountering now. Then I'll come back in a bit. I'm going to come back to do the part 2 of it. Thank you for watching.